You're only doing this where you think they're really motivated. And here's just a little mindset thing for you. I see people, particularly when people are on mastermind, there's a danger of people becoming motivated buyers. They're so keen to do a deal. They're just desperate to do a deal. Don't do that. If you do what we tell you to do and you consistently take an action, deals will come. So don't put yourself under pressure. Don't compare yourself to anyone else. And in fact, I recommend every conversation, just treat it as practice. And the more conversation you have, the better you're going to get, the more comfortable you're going to get. You're going to remember questions. And by the way, if you don't ask everything, that's okay, because you can ask the things you've forgotten next time. So just relax, take pressure off yourself, okay? And when you relax and take it easy, actually, you'll be better and you'll probably get some deals anyway, okay? You want to get the information about the property and all the things you'd want to know. How many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, what is the property? Is it a house, a bungalow, a flat? Where is it? The address? Has it got central heating? All the things you think you'd want to know. We're not really going to go. That's pretty common sense, really. You want to get that information first. And the reason we get that first is because they're going to expect you to ask lots of questions about the property if you want to buy it. Of course, you need to know about it. What they may not expect so much is some questions about their personal situation. And sometimes these motivated sellers are very stressed about the situation. They're embarrassed about the situation. I don't really know you. Who are you? Why do I need to tell you this stuff? That's why you've got to build the rapport and trust. So they open up to you and they're used to answering questions and talking about the property first, then ask about their situation. And you want to find out, and you do this by actually asking them, never make assumptions. Ask them what's most important to them. I'll give you some specific questions you can use to elicit this information. Once you understand what's going on for them and what's important to them, you can work out if you can help them or not. Now, by the way, we can't help everyone we speak to. Sometimes the amount of money they need just doesn't work, or the timescales just don't work, or it's just not something we want to buy. So we can't help everyone, and that's okay.